Okay. All right. All right, lovely. I love it. I love it. Okay, great. That may actually happen. So there we go.
I never have full blocks, but
Yeah, okay. I have a magic folder for images. If you need to give me images, yes. Please make sure to do that before class ends. Lovely. Let me get all my fixings. Okay. Paolo and Maya, shall we play a little? Shall we chat? Do you know what your space wants to look like? Oh, yeah. Jake, thank you. And we can take out the house lights too. Darker, thank you, darker. Been there. Sorry. It's a joke. Okay, guys. So we're looking for space, nice shoes. Okay, let's set it up. Do you need help setting it up, or do you guys know what you need?
It's like.
You just want one?
We were thinking like using the cubes instead of, yeah. And like sort of see.
Okay, just let us know if we can help you in any way.
Is there another big box?
That's the only big one that we have. Ish thing back here. Sarah, you can let Tessa know that she can, the stream is up. Okay. Is that the one on there? What? No, it's actually right there.
The thing is, like, we were thinking originally, like, the long, like, fold-out trim, we thought that wasn't too long, but also this is, like, way too close, because, like, the factory setting is, like, we want space, but, like, also not, like, that we're, like, super separated.
Okay, great. So let's get we're trying to create a factory. Yeah, okay, so we have this bench, so I think, let's pull this out. I think the long table, and even if you don't use the long table, we can, is this the one we use? Oh, yeah, it's heavy. Oh, what's that?
Do you want this shit to drop through?
I want my creative juices, I need them to do something in my head, to give like factory vibe. So I wonder if that maybe we have this and, like to close you guys in together, is that what you wanted?
Oh, okay, yeah. This,
Like to give you like stations?
yeah.
Does that make sense? What I'm playing at? Okay. Oh, yeah, or behind it, like for them to sit.
Yeah.
So we can separate your stations as such. Right? So like, you're here, or right away, does that make sense?
Okay.
You see what I'm playing at? What else do you imagine in this factory? I think you can go right here, because I know that's heavy, just right behind us. As though like you work on the benches in your own station.
Our activity is here, and it's like making the things in the factory that's for us.
Okay, I guess what I'm saying is, what else could you imagine? So we've got sort of like the assembly line going, right, with each one station. What else do you imagine in the factory?
It has like, a place where the lecturer, which is like some guy who like stands like, it's like someone who stands like kind of over the desk and like, has his book and then reads to us.
Oh, yeah, we can break them down. So it's like, so it needs to represent like a space, but not necessarily, we don't need the person.
Yeah, we don't.
Okay, great. So I think I'm gonna put that thing over in the top spot over here. Representative of that space. What else do we need?
Something I guess to make it feel like, cause like that's really like it, but it's just like.
In the factory?
Yeah, wait, not music stands or anything?
I'm trying to think, in a factory, well, I wonder if we should use the whiteboard. I just think like in a factory for like schedule and like things that would be posted, I guess is what I'm thinking. If that's helpful. Right, because I think also, for instance, when we're trying to set the space, what's important too is just making sure that we're giving ourselves enough space. And Johnny Burrell, ladies and gentlemen. Woo. Thank you so much for joining us. How late? 16. You're so kind. You're so kind. You're 16 minutes too kind. Or no, 16 minutes too kind. I'll say 15 minutes. Lynn, just offer you some kindness, Johnny. Okay, great. You'll tell me why you're 16 minutes late.
I would.
Okay, great, love it. So I guess what I want to make sure that we have space to cross to and possible places to play other than just the factory floor. Does that make sense? And so this is where we want to put our creative hats on. And if it's not in the script, what might be useful, helpful, right, that we can use. Make sense? So I suggested this little board. Yeah, I don't know what it could be.
Also, the setting is like in the 20s, so like.
So this doesn't have to be a board, but I'm saying, what could it be? I mean, do you know what I'm saying?
Window maybe, I don't know.
Like a chalkboard. Also, right. Like, I was thinking like a place where people say things to workers. Yeah. You got the rolling cigars, what else?
Is this before the
Is
machine is or after?
Say it again?
Is this scene before or after the machine is in the space?
Oh, I'm not sure. Yes.
You can do like a chopper, because the goal is like we're trying to finish before one another.
Okay, great.
So when we're like finished with one, we can just go.
Oh, I love that. Okay, great.
The dry erase marker.
Yeah, we do. I do, somewhere.
Right here.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's put it right there. I like that spot. Let me see. Luke was asking, is this before or after the machine? And it's a new scene.
This is before.
Okay. Luke, it's not the thing that we did last time.
Yeah. No, I still remember.
Okay. Okay, let's talk, lead, okay.
I think the music stand would be like a little like table.
Oh, for the marker. Sure. Mm-hmm. Lightning, okay. All right, friends. Let's talk individually, shall we, about need.
Yeah.
Who's chatting first? Okay. What's the B?
The only one I want to wake up to is like.
That's the A. But that's really good. No, that's really good, A. What's the B meaning? What do you need from this person?
For them to change alongside.
Change with you.
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay. And both of you are doing the activity?
Yes, but for sure.
Okay, great. So what's your reason?
Where do I get started? I had like, where is something? So, we haven't spoken since the incident.
Okay.
And it's not that we haven't seen each other, but I've heard that the lecturer, who she's having an affair with, is gonna plan to ask her to elope tonight. I was sick, or malaria, and on top of this, I'm also being like audited / inspected today for not keeping up with my quota.
Okay.
So I need to catch up with my quota to make sure I don't like get kicked out before I can do anything, and fired. But also I need to finish before she does to try to prevent her in whatever way that means. Right now, in this moment, like right after I finish with this, I can devote all my time to her to figure out something I can tell her to like come back to me, to like tell her to like inspire her to do so.
Okay. This is what I need to know is if she's here with you, why would you wait to finish the cigar rolling in order to ask?
My idea was that like, I was imagining that the inspector, like the lecturers are present right there,
Uh-huh.
in the presence, like
Okay.
in the scene, like they're supposed to be there, or in the background. So I can't say anything for risk that they'll get involved in.
I see.
Or also because of the other thing where I'm getting audited or inspected, like at any moment, someone can come through that door and be like, you're not doing your work, you know?
Lovely. So we're gonna need a volunteer to sit in the space, because then this is also now giving you a sense of environment. So so you can't talk, and you shouldn't be talking on the floor. And so the idea is I wanna get all of this work done, so then I have free time to do whatever. Okay, let's see. We'll see. It's a very interesting construction. I've not tried it before, so let's see what happens, right? Sarah, Eric, you understand why I'm asking this question about the need for the activity, and if the person being present will supersede what we think the activity is? You understand why I'm asking it, right? Yeah. So, I believe that actually playing that there's someone here that you can't let see you even try, would actually, you think that we need to make that a real thing, right? And not just be playing at, I can't really talk to you right now, okay? So let's do that. Okay, I'm gonna touch mine. Lynn, you have a question? Oh, great. I love when that happens. Maya, what? Okay. Let's talk AB, and then let's talk activity.
Okay, so my case is that I need to get my number and then I need to do that and get my number so we can decide if you build it on me. I can feel like fulfilled and accepted.
Okay. Which one? A is the ultra personal, like, phrase that you use, right? To name your other. So what's your A again? So happy ending is the A? So he's a happy ending?
Yes.
Okay, explain that.
Because I think like, I never it was a scene that we talked about like constantly getting before, but like, it was frowned upon and it was like, what on our part, and everything.
Okay.
decide. So we think that we can work to make it work, if there was a moment that like, we love each other and that we trust one another, but I feel like if it all can work out with the person that like, we still voted and like, vowed to us.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like that would be my happy ending to being with someone that. I don't know.
No, I hear you. I guess I'm wondering is the happy ending the B or the A? Right? The B meaning the thing that you're pursuing right now in the moment, or is it how you're actually, like what your reality one texture is for who Paolo is to you? Does that make sense?
Oh, like, oh, God.
Yeah, I just want to know which one it is.
I would think it's.
Oh, okay, okay, this is where I would say, Maya, do you have your essential, like, formula, your essential action written down?
Yes.
Okay, read that then to me.
The A, the B.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of took the A and the B, like, and put it together. Okay, so the A I brought in my happy ending, and the B instead brought in my happy ending. So the five, I don't feel wrong. I don't feel fulfilled in my marriage.
Right, so you are calling him your happy ending?
Yes.
Okay, so well, we don't know if he's a happy ending, so I think it's the potential,
Yes.
right? I want to make sure that by calling him your happy ending, that we are not putting you in a place to manipulate, right? Because happy ending to me sort of feels like he's a means to an end. Does that make sense? And so I want to make sure that we have something in that A that represents like the love, right? So it's not just the convenience, but there is a level of need beyond that. Does that make sense? So I think that, well, I just mean, as you think about him and your reality one texture, so who is a person who is a person that, or have you ever had a relationship with someone that was similar to like this connection that these two characters have? Okay, great. So not being fulfilled and wanting to be seen. That's the beginning, like a very clear idea of who Paolo is to you right now, right? So it's somebody who you feel has neglected you and who is not seeing you. Lovely. Now the question is, if he did, would you be cheating? If he saw you and like it was present, would you still be cheating?
Yeah, cause like,
Okay.
wait, you mean like if,
I mean, would you
like he, like maybe you all the things that I want.
exactly? Would you still go out to find it somewhere else? Yeah.
No.
No, right. Okay. So I agree with you. So I think in your craft, Maya, because you're the villain, unless we justify that I'm just not stepping out on this man who we have family ties with, right? Thinking of the times of the world of play, these people that it's so not just them, it's their families that are connected, it's also their well-being, right? Meaning like being divorcees or whatever in this time period and still trying to have a successful life is really difficult, right? If we think about the cultural importance of family, it's not even a thing, it's not even a possibility, right? So in order for this to not just be about the convenience of staying married, we've got to pump up this love, and I think it lives in the fact that the only reason why you would ever even think about someone else is because you've been desperately needing this thing that he has given you over and over again, but just stop. Does that make sense? Great. So now I also get you out of this victim role. Out of this villain role. Does that make sense? Right? It's not that you want to be with this guy. Right? The question, for an activation, the perspective on the guy, is he doing anything better than Paolo was doing before he stopped seeing you? Mm-hmm.
I think he was just like, I remember seeing that
Mhm.
earlier.
Yeah.
About like her, like, the cutting of her hair.
Mhm.
And how like, she's like, oh, if I was like, and I was cutting her hair, like, how do you think about it? And I think that was like a scary, like, affirmation moment for, like, me.
Mhm, mhm.
Like, oh my God, like, here's this man who's telling me everything that I want to hear versus like, the courses that I want to prior, who's like, oh, you should never cut your hair, like, I don't, like, why would you do that?
Okay.
That was kind of like a weird.
Okay. So, okay. Just to get more specific, then I think it has also something to do with you, changing from possibly where you were when you first met and needing him to still value and see you the same.
I think that's like, could make or break my marriage that long.
Yeah.
Do you still feel that same way about me? Like, do you still see me in that same aspect of that same way? And like, overall, because like, as you evolve and like, time change over growth or whatever,
Mhm.
you can start seeing your individual different way as you start to get to know each other through that time. You're different.
Yes, and to think about like the youthfulness of this couple, right? Like, the different ages that you go through just from 18 to 22 is crazy. So like, I hear you. I think the most important thing I just want to offer, or the thing that I'm trying to make sure that you're clear about is that the offering from this other person is not necessarily better, right, than what Paolo was giving when he was accepting of 100% of who you are. Okay, great, lovely. Now what do you need from this person that we're talking about? Now what do you need from Paolo? So we got our A, right, and the texture of our A. Now what do you need from him in this moment? Mhm. Okay. Okay, what am I gonna say about giving the space and time to finish? Yes, Jay? Anti-action, right? So, yes, and. My question is then, yes, and. So, you need to give the space and time, and what else? Well, let's start with why you need him to give you the space and time to finish. Because what did you say, your B was? You said, I need my happy ending, but then the second thing was what? Okay, so where does that come from?
Because I feel like it always just like a back and forth, like one day, like, don't you do this, because I remember they talking about, like, the book that how they was reading, and like, just talking about how, like, it makes it feel like how, like, now and like, about it, but like, how she wishes that in not, she may not want like that, or whatever, he didn't really give the same thought as she did to the book, and like, she was like, well, I want to have a conversation with you, what about that connection that those people had, and why can't we have that, so I feel like she just wants that connection.
From him, right now?
Yes.
Okay, okay, so then,
And I just don't, sorry.
no, go ahead.
I don't think that I think that she wants to have a conversation with him, I just don't think that she wants to have it right now. As they're like doing the things, they're kind of like this and so on, like, how, that's a little bit.
Okay, this is tricky for me, this is tricky. Why is it tricky? I think it's tricky because if everybody needs to get the activity done as fast as possible, then is something missing in the equation?
Because we set it up originally, like, that I have more material, like, for the activity, that I have more material than he does.
Okay.
So he has a reason to come up to me.
Okay.
And that's when we kind of start, like, speaking.
Okay. I guess I'm interested if you want to talk to him, just not right now.
Like, I don't think that,
Yeah.
especially with just like,
Okay, so if this is not the time and place, then what must that mean you actually want? Um, I'm speaking in draft here, but it feels a little bit like, you don't see me at home, you don't see me, don't wait to see me at work. That's the first thing that I'm thinking about, so it's less about, I don't wanna have this conversation, I don't wanna have this connection. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm.
That's something that she kind of desires.
Mhm.
For, and I
Okay. Or Maya, does she want to feel that desire from him before she's even interested in continuing to engage in a conversation with him? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, because I think right now we're saying, oh, well, this is not the time and place, but there's something like my woman sensibility is kicking in a little bit and saying that like, it's a bit of the problem is that he's being so appropriate, and a bit of the problem is how he is disconnecting from the passion, and does that make sense? So I'm wondering if she is resolved to do this work and finish this activity because he hasn't been giving her what she needs, and so if that's not happening, then this job, this work is my saving grace.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? That like, that she can connect this idea of being able to be independent, right? If he's not giving her the things that she wants right now, or all the time. Does that make sense? So I wonder if you can wrap your brain around that like the need to finish the activity is yes. And if he's not giving you anything, any signs, right, that he even has the possibility of seeing you the way you want to be seen, then you don't have time to waste on a little squirrel in your workplace. Exactly. And because I think what I'm saying, I'm suggesting that if he was showing up in the way that she needs, maybe a little flirtation on the floor, maybe a little, don't let the boss see us TTing and necking and stuff like that could possibly happen. But right now, that's not even in the realm of possibility because he has been so cold. Does this make sense? So I think that's the best way to phrase it so that it's not an anti-action. It is a need of this or keep moving, right? Which is how you make an anti-action active. Does this make sense? Okay, great. Let us see how that plays out. Okay, yeah. So let's set up for, Yeah. No, I think you start, because you both have to get it done, right? So I think we just set up whatever Palo workstation is, okay? Oh, yeah. So, you want to set up the workstation first? Yeah. Okay, great. I also think, Maya, we can listen to music on the factory floor.
Yeah.
Rather than trying to do the headphone thing, which might keep us in 2025. Make sense?
Hey, yeah.
Bless.
You want some of mine?
Yes, please.
Yeah. It's 4, so be able to.
Oh, this is the workstation right here. Okay, great. What about these books? What are these books? Oh, okay, great. Okay, awesome. Yes, we can. Yes, we can go get that. We can okay, can we get 15 minutes?
Y hasta creerás que me dirás te quiero, pero si un atardecer las gardenias de mi amor se mueren, es porque han adivinado que tu amor me ha traicionado porque tiene otro querer. A tu lado vivirán y te hablarán solo cuando estás conmigo. Y hasta creerán que me dirán te quiero, pero si un atardecer las gardenias de mi amor se mueren, es porque han adivinado que tu amor me ha traicionado porque existe otro querer. Es porque han adivinado que tu amor me ha traicionado porque existe otro ¿Qué te importa que te ame? No, mi amor, que ya ha pasado, se ve. Recordar mi ilusión de vida. Hoy representa el pasado, no me puedo conformar. ¿Qué te importa que te amo? Si tú no quieres el amor que ya ha pasado, no sé.
You gotta land even if all of these are. Does that make sense? And if you're choosing to actually say it, it's a risk. So land. Makes sense? Okay, great. No words, behavior. No words. You need her to get on board. Or else it's no chance for you guys together. Maya, why are you excited?
I can't tell you those things.
Well, where else do you decide? Where else do you need to decide?
I can't do
Hey, hello, you heard that? Did you hear that? Throat clear? You wanna get fired? You want to get fired? Okay, great, well, how does that help this situation? So it doesn't whatsoever. Maya, if you get checked because he's earned it, then you can't throw it away, you gotta like it. Again, behavior and stuff. Lynn, how much time do they have to finish this?
They have 9 minutes and 30 seconds. I can't tell you those things. Because that's what it is. Sometimes. Because I was sad.
Is he earning this? Maya?
Sometimes. When he said that I was sad. It's not sadness. You just feel frightened. Frightened for something in yourself. Or don't support. Yes. He tells me that I have to make love all over again. That I have to get used to him.
Pause. You feel that, Maya? Do you feel that right there? That's landing. With intention, rather than throwing it away. You understand? You feel what it feels like in your body. That, if you're gonna get text, it has to be that. Or else it's not. Make sense? Hello. Time? Lynn? 7 minutes. Ah, 7 minutes! You got 7 minutes to do whatever you said you had to do.
To him. To his body. Because things a woman likes to hear. That I feel sweet and mysterious. With the water getting inside.
Pause. Okay. So, something is feeling in the ugly, and I think it has to do with this text and this lead minor. There's something in me that is wondering if she's trying to teach him how she needs to be treated, right? Which is a lot different than sort of like a vein that we've been going down, right? Yeah, because I think that that's also why it's difficult to like bend the text, because we're trying to, because right now it's just all living in anti-action, it's all living in you're getting on my nerves, it's all living in like what you want from me, right? When I actually think she is the initiator much more in this conversation, and I think it's because we don't have the right people. Does that make sense? So I think we gotta go back to the drawing board truly with what she needs, because and all the things that she's saying, that down there, and all the things that she's saying, they're like right now, the language that you're giving, you don't have a strong pursuit for that language to ride. Does that make sense? So when I tell you that it landed, what were you trying to do? Can you remember?
You know, just kind of mention like, no, that this is what I call this, somebody else.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that is the true pursuit that we need to go back to the drawing board and break it down from that one tactic. Yes, with the crafting to support that feeling. Because when I saw it, it was very clear in your body that everything knew what it wanted. Do you guys see the difference between like when it's sort of living in blah, when it's sort of living in the midsection, your body can't help you. So I'm giving side coaching, right? And Maya's trying to find it, but there is something incongruent between the language, what she needs, and what her body wants to do. Does that make sense? But as soon as it dropped into a real need in the moment, that pursuit was wide open. This is when you guys ask me a little bit about rehearsal, and you'll say, "Oh well, how does this work in rehearsal?" This is exactly how it works. I'm in rehearsal. I feel like I'm in the ugly because my body doesn't know what to do. Right? My body is not helping me. Then I know my B or my A is off, because when it's on, I don't have to act it. My body immediately starts to do things that all I have to do is allow it to do. Does this make sense? Yeah? Now that we got that one, and sometimes it's one kernel of a pursuit that opens it up for you. Because you go, no. There's something undeniable in this past of like when it was very clear, not in my head, but in her whole body and spirit, when she knew what she was doing. Does that make sense? That's the kernel that you need to go back and look at whatever your super lit is, and then retweet your essential with that feeling in mind, right? And then I need you to decide what are wins and losses from him. Does that make sense? Meaning, what things do you want to receive from him with that need, and what things are you not going to engage with him if he's giving? Does that make sense? Yeah. Because a lot of the things that Paolo was doing feels to me, like in our old beat, that it was something that you wanted. Right? Just in the way that he went about asking you the questions. It was soft, it was tender, he was attentive, right? He was looking you dead in your eye, like he wasn't does that make sense? And that for me feels like what you were actually wanting. Does that make sense? But I think we need to find the pathway of like, no, he wasn't giving it before, right? And you need to teach him how you need to be loved, how the new version of you needs to be loved. Does that make sense? That's a start. Yeah. How I don't know in this world with our activity. First of all, I love the activity. I don't know, I wanted to figure out how to make it work because what I love about it is one, it's really cheap materials, right? To mean like, to create like the cigar idea, which I think is great for the factory. I also love something about the tallying. Like that was interesting to me, so I'm interested in us like maybe I think these are elements that I think is worth trying again to keep, but I want to make sure that it's amplifying the scene rather than working against it. Does that make sense? I do believe the pressure. I do believe really almost even assigning like somebody as well as what is pressure, right? For you, I think would be helpful. Like if we could realize this person so that you understand the bind that you're in, right? Why do you ask the question?
I asked the question because I know that it's happening. I just need to hear it. Like, I know, I've seen it, like, I know that it's happening, we're talking about it, but it's just, it's something that I feel that, like, I just need to hear from the person, from her.
And what after you hear it, then what?
I'm just worried about it, I guess, I just want to know everything, all the because, like, I need to see what exactly is it that, like, I can't provide that he is providing.
The crafting queen in me is feeling conflicted because I don't know if there is dramatic conflict and both of you, her wanting to explain and you needing or wanting her to explain. Does that make sense? Because then, like, you're getting what you want. So I think there must be some variation on that for you, and there are some variation on the needs that we talked about for you, Maya, in order to make sure you guys are looking for two different things from each other. So that's why it's making me, I'm just wondering if there's more for you after you hear it, what else could it be? Can you give me, who's that, book? Kendall, hey, listen, when somebody calls line, Kendall, I want you to yell it out like to the mountaintops, okay? That's just so, he heard it, but that's just a general rule of thumb, like when you're on book. When you guys call line, you also need to call line to the cliff tops of some mountain so that we don't get lost in translation, and then it's just more separation between the impulse and what you need the language to do. Kendall, can you do me a favor? Can you give me Paulo's last line in that cut?
Like what?
One
Last line of the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, back there.
Okay, give me the one before that too.
Teach me now.
Teach me then. But that's a literal. That's a literal.
Is it that, so, is it that like R's and B's are like kind of working, like we're like the B's just basically.
They're just in tandem. They're in tandem. Like if Maya tweaks this B to show you or teach you, so maybe it's about.
I have an idea.
Yes, please.
Because I'm wondering if it could be about Paulo proving that he is right for her. And so he ends up asking because that's like the final tactic to prove that he can become the right person. But it's less like, I'm just gonna take, like, I'm just in listening mode to take it. It's like, I'm showing you that I am this guy. I'm getting these details to connect back to me to show you that I'm this guy.
Yeah. I hear like willingness to show the willingness to
making it real for you that you're living with someone else,
Mhm.
what that feels like to you and how that makes you feel, and make that feel real. You don't want the person you love to be with someone else.
Yeah. I hear that. I hear that. My WWHD, alert goes off because we don't generally sign up for torture without wanting something on the other side of that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
I wonder too, if maybe like it's like feeling not right, and maybe just like what's gonna happen if we don't connect with each other in the next, 15 minutes? Like Paolo, what do you have after this, that if she doesn't say that she'll let you, like, that she'll teach you what is gonna happen in 15 minutes if that doesn't happen?
Well, I do. And Paolo has that practice.
Yeah.
Paolo has that practice.
I guess.
Make you.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yes. And so we can share that at another time. I think that serves, I think a couple things. I think the activity, we need to make the activity less of a timetable for you, Paolo, and more of what you discussed with us happening after this as the driver to have this conversation, right? So I want to take the penalties away from you when it comes to the activity. This is just so happened to be the best place to find her in this moment. Is that in conflict with anything that that the playwright is saying about this moment?
No.
Okay, great. So let's start there for you, right? You have your labels?
Yeah.
Can you just read the list for me of your labels?
Inquiring after whereabouts, confirming a notion, searching for detail, processing a response, noticing a shift, probing for clarity, and requesting an example or illustration.
Yeah. It's a lot of show me, tell me. And then tell me your beat. It was something about to change with you. I don't know. Only because all of your labels are literally like seeking something, right? Show me, teach me, requesting, asking, clarifying. Does that make sense? So I don't know if the need is to get her to change with you.
I just didn't know, like, I guess just to clarify, it's not like the issue of me is not that I want her to change with me, but like, I didn't know like a better way to phrase it. It's like, I want to like, I guess a better way would be like, I need myself, or my new relationship.
Oh, okay, great. Okay, which is back to, sort of what Jasper is thinking about this pursuit. So now, so then it's really about getting her to see something in you, rather than, does that make sense? Okay, so you take that home and sit with that, because I think that's quite different than what we're pursuing right now, and that's another reason why I think it's a little bit like, right now, what you are playing is to connect, which is serving, but I think we gotta get more clear about what happens after that, right? Like after the connection, then what? Does that make sense? And I think it lies in rediscovering what the beat is, knowing that all of your literal actions are literally trying to get something rather than giving. Does that make sense? Yeah, and rather than suggesting, like you never suggest at all. right? You never, present, you never, hello, no. Does this make sense, friend? Yeah, and this is also like, why having your binder, having your liberals are important, because if something is unaligned, I know you all may think I just want to threat you all with this process, but if something is unaligned, those literals will get us right back on track. Does that make sense? And now I hope you see how even doing the literal check is what's helping us always stay aligned with the plan. Does that make sense? Right? And when we're stumped, it's always, go back to your first folio of your literals, right? It will lie and there you will find the ability to at least start asking yourself the right questions. Does that make sense? Okay, great. So we're gonna tweak, okay? I think I'm interested in the activity having some different consequences than Palo, right? I love the music, I love the setup for the actual solo working station. All of this stuff is really working for me. I wonder if we also like put a timer in the actual factory, right? So that your activity is definitely broken into these divisions at a certain time. And Palo, yeah, like you're here in order to have this conversation because you know what's at stake and you know. Does that make sense? Can we try to tweak that again? Okay, great. Let me tell you something, little dog. You are not the boss of me. Speaking of tactics, okay, lovely. Any thoughts, questions, comments, concerns with different?
I just noticed that my isolation is bouncing at the beginning, and the rotation, you saw that alignment with like your tactic and like what you think the recovery is when your legs stop bouncing. So I just noticed like a physical representation of that.
Of that certainty, right? Great, and this is why, friends. I'm not gonna try it. Don't speak that on the ground. Right. I had the impulse just there. Just what Lynn is saying is also just a great way, it's the proof that when you set your crafting up, you never have to act. Do you see what I'm saying? When you're crafting, right? When it is working, your body is going to always give you what you're going to do next, right? This is why I talk about like acting subtext is impossible, right? Real actors don't act subtext. They let their body lead and the audience get what they need to get from their pursuit. Does that make sense? So it also is a telltale sign that you don't have to think when you know what you want. That it never comes from here. It always comes from here. That drops you into this sacral chakra. Does that make sense? Lovely. So the first thing we must always know, and no matter what performance situation we're in, is what the hell you want or need. And you are no longer allowed to start dialogue, to begin a monologue, to even have a moment before if you are not super clear on what you want or need and what the pursuit of that looks like. Does that make sense? Because anything less than that clear certainty is going to put you in a situation where you're going to have to pretend, right? Or you're going to have to step into some active version of yourself when we just see right now, when you're certain, none of that is required. Does it make sense? Well, anybody else? Yes.
This is like a technicality thing, but like, I don't know if it's not, because I know it's like their experience, but like, from where I was sitting, like, I couldn't see my, and like the, I don't know.
Oh, the block.
Yeah.
Okay, so you mean maybe we can think of another,
Different time here.
a different kind of divider? Yes, yes.
Also, I think that maybe if we're keeping the Eric element,
Yeah.
they feel less exposed,
Uh-huh.
and like they feel less watched by him if they have this big watch.
Wait, are you advocating for the big block or?
I'm advocating behaviors to such a thing.
Oh, I see. Okay, great. Yeah, let's think, like, if anybody comes up on anything that you go, huh, that could be a divider, bring it to the table. Okay, lovely. Look, ask, you shall find. Come on now. Knocking the doors open. This is scripture for today. Okay, great. Any other thoughts, questions, comments, concerns? Okay, great. So I don't want you to rehearse individually yet because we have to find the right beat, and I want to set you on the right pursuit before you practice individually. Does that make sense? Okay, great. That's all I have. If you don't have anything. Okay, great. We'll try again.
You have 5 minutes left.
You're lying to me.
No.
And Liam, you are already ready to get on the bike or your team word. Yes.
The lab is like a half-hour order around.
Oh, okay, great, love you. So I'm not just gonna that responsible. Okay, her. Okay, friends, so, next week, I finish out, the in-between, okay? I will be done for sure next Wednesday, okay? After that happens, we are going to move into blocking rehearsals, okay? Blocking rehearsals, I'm going to split every class up into slots. I'm going to work for 25 to 30 minutes, not on crafting. I'm not having no crafting conversation. I'm starting in behavior and going right into line, okay? And then I'm going to map out help you, right, shape your impulses into some blocking that could be, that would move us more into a presentation of this experience rather than just a raw exploration, okay? You may stay in the classroom as I'm blocking with other people, or you may work somewhere else on the floor while I am working individually. So you may stay and watch, or you may do what you need to do, yes? I am also allowing, talking to Luke, Jasper, Aaliyah, and Jackson also volunteer, and someone else that you may rehearse working impulse to impulse and trying to figure out the rest of your blocking, especially if I'm not getting through the entire thing. Does that make sense? Nolan? Okay, great. Then we will start, after we go through that blocking phase, we will start a rehearsal phase where you will get up, you will run, I will give notes, and we'll see you next class. And you will get up, and you will run, and I'll give notes again, and see you next class. Does that make sense? You might have 1 or 2 of these sessions before open studio. Okay? Yes.
Will this rehearsal process still include imaginary, improv?
With me,
Yeah.
probably I'm gonna go into behavior unless I don't believe you.
Okay.
And then I'll start you back in improv. Does that make sense? Like if we get off the track, I'll start you back in improv.
Okay.
Okay? Yes.
What day is it?
Oh, I don't know yet.
On the calendar, it says November 3rd, that might be wrong.
No, it's the week after bye week.
Yes.
That's where I have it right now.
So, okay.
So that the evenings during bye week, if need be, can also be rehearsals. Allegedly. Yeah, I reserve the right to change that if I feel like people are getting unfair time, right? Okay, great. Any other thoughts, questions, comments, concerns? Friends, do your work. Do your work for me, right? Go back to your practice always, double and triple down. I need you to know these essential action formulas like the back of your hand, right? The more it is living in you, the better, but it will not live in you if you are not picking up your script, if you're not thinking about your scene every single day. Does that make sense? This is not the kind of work that you put on the shelf on Wednesday and don't pick up again until Monday morning, right? I need binders in the space. I need you to be flipping to binders when I'm asking you questions. Yes, I want us to, next week, have all of the props we can possibly have in the space, friends, right? Because once I go into blocking rehearsal, we freeze that, okay? So we want to make sure that you have the most realistic version of your set that will help elevate your scene work. Does that make sense? Yeah, this is that part of the process where you start to second, where some of the work can start to lie dormant. Okay, and I'm asking you to deny that impulse and double and triple down on leaning in and working even harder. If I have not seen your scene, please keep working, right? It should never just be the last place I left it. Does that make sense? Okay, great. I will see you on Monday. Hi. Oh, great. Thank you. Where's my folder? Okay.